What is going on, y'all? Season Love, SZN, AUV, that's who I be. Welcome to yet another season lifestyle episode. I've had a couple of season lifestyle episodes back to back. This is my incarnation days, but the podcast will be back very soon, very shortly. But I wanted to take this time really quickly to just talk a bit about film. Well, I have a new segment called Chop It Up with Season that you guys are most likely gonna see in this video. I think I have fully moved to being a post-production girly, so y'all are gonna be seeing me do a lot of different stuff than you guys have seen me do previously within my film journey. That's gonna be a lot more post-production type of things, and also research and yapping in this form because of my feature film that I am developing with the crew. Shout out Alpaca Pictures. It's called The Projects Project, and The Projects Project is a documentary about the story of NYCHA housing, public housing, the holistic view of our environments, I would say. Being able to do this beautiful reconnaissance on the disparity of knowledge regarding our environment, and that goes for our internal environments and the external environment we all call the planet. I'm still continuing to solidify a continuous sentence, I would say, if that makes sense. Not a continuous sentence, but type shit in the ways that's applicable to you guys. I want you guys to understand the depth of what we're going for here. A triple entendre with the title itself, you know what I'm saying? So let's actually do a take two on that. How about that? Let's do a take two. Hi, my name is Season Love. I am an entertainer, entrepreneur from the East Coast, and welcome to The Projects Project. It's a documentary regarding a lot of shit, bro. Be serious. This is a serious thing, bro. Look at me, come on. You notice I just fucking forgot my log line. That's what it is, guys. My bad. Hi, my name is Season Love. I'm an entertainer, entrepreneur from the East Coast, and I am cultivating a film called The Projects Project. And it is a documentary clarifying societal neglect through the lenses of public housing with the intent to inspire a fully sustainable economy, highlighting the power of individual choice and true communal balance. This documentary, The Projects Project, okay, it is clarifying societal neglect. Let's start right there. What's societal neglect? The easiest example I can give you is littering. Why the fuck are we all walking around here acting like littering is okay? So societal neglect, we can see that as so many different things that we choose to continue to ignore and put up with, even though we are all literally suffering because of it. So we're gonna clarify that for you guys in this documentary. That's step number one. And we're gonna do that through the lenses of public housing. So the main medium that we're gonna be utilizing, the main perspectives that we are going to be allowing the space to speak are people who have lived in public housing, who have been homeless before, who have faced eviction, who have, been in so many different events where their environment has been shaken up, literally, to a point where they can't feel safe, where they are continuing to create this gap from what they actually deserve versus what they have to put up with. Clarifying societal neglect through public housing. So not only is public housing we're gonna be seeing the neglect of public housing, but we're also going to be seeing the disparity in knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Where individuals are at, specifically intellectually speaking, given how far they may seem from what we know to be planetary intelligence. And that's the main thing that I want to speak about in this video, planetary intelligence. This is a very big factor of the documentary, and that goes for anybody that, is already working on a documentary with me, wants to be a part of the team right now. It's really a research team right now that we got going on, because documentary is just a set of documents and we're getting our documents together and shit like that. The layers of what we're looking to capture, we are looking to depict the neglect of the exterior environment as well as individuals' internal environment, because we already understand the disparity of knowledge within all social classes. I sort of generalize us all in a very beautiful way, given literally it's the planet. We're talking about the planet. We're talking about your inner environment, and we're also talking about literally your external environment, your home, and that being, something that is actually dear to all of us, somewhere safe to lay our heads, and to know that aspects of us, literally that shit and sleep and eat just like you do, are subjected to disgusting living conditions and sometimes even homelessness is quite ridiculous. And that's really what the focus will be, being able to display these different perspectives to the planetary collective, because we're all a collective of beings that share this planet. And we can choose to continue to hyper focus on the beings that are attempting to govern us, or we can actually put our attention towards things that mean something, that actually bring clarity and that answer real questions, and the questions that may feel too uncomfortable to look at but can be very effective to planetary evolution, right? Because at the end of all of this is exactly what we're looking to do as a people. Not even talking about this documentary, like we're looking to be able to be free. Everybody is complaining about the housing market right now. Everybody is complaining about the economy right now. And the only way for us to actually fix it is to identify what needs to be fixed and transmute all of those things. And we could say that it's hard. We could say that there's too many people, there are too many perspectives that think too many different things. But we have to actually look at, one, what's effective, but also what the actual pillars of planetary intelligence are, and what we are all willing to do to protect that and keep the sustenance going, because that's exactly what it is. We are sustenance. Our fucking environment, planet, is sustenance. We literally keep ourselves alive every single day by breathing. That is amazing. This planet keeps itself alive. It rains. It has this whole entire ecosystem that it thrives off of to take care of itself, as do we. And we can either see that interconnectedness or we can continue to ignore it. So we're highlighting the power of individual choice and true communal balance, okay? So again, what are you willing to do to shift the frequency of this planet? What are you willing to do to actually see us living sustainably? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. That's literally just, if you could just say that one more time and let me like, that's literally exactly what I want to depict. And I think that this can help us understand the necessity of communal balance, healthy energy exchanges, understanding why we have to interact with each other in general. Obviously, because we all live on this shit, but it's also because there's a beauty in connection that we are all continuing to learn and grow in so many different ways. And if we can, bring cohesiveness on the planetary scales, that transmutes whatever the fuck we call the Constitution and this whole governing aspect in general, that privatizes things like housing and makes it continuously inaccessible for all beings on the planet. But not only that, bridging that gap to sustainable housing as well, right? What is actual sustainability, right? Like living with the planet. It's not project buildings at all. It's not these, it's not maintaining grass and having a more isolated community in the suburbs where you have to drive everywhere. What actually is the shift that is necessary? Now, the call to action for me and my tribe, us, are looking to build an eco-village. And that's really the idea that we bring to the table, because what we're doing with Camp Infinite can be a template for other tribes to take and cultivate for themselves on whatever amount of acres that they obtain. But even the process of, understanding what it is to get acres, why we have to pay for plots of land in general, what is even with the ley lines of the separations of all of the countries and states and etc etc etc. This movie is meant to plop us right in the middle of where we are right now, where the world's consciousness is right now, what we're choosing to put up with, and the potential of where we could be. And I feel like the most beautiful thing about this is being able to approach this in a very neutralistic perspective that isn't bashing any of the parties that are mentioned, but giving them grace and showing how hard they're already trying. There's so many project buildings, including the one that I used to live in, that had so many, community gardens that were at the bottom. I dropped some plants there before when I was living there, and also just around the blocks when you analyze each of the districts. Each of the districts, at least in the hood, have two, if not one, community gardens. And they're usually ran by these old ladies that can't really maintain it for themselves, but they still do their best, and people that volunteer come and volunteer. However, there's so many different ways that right now, not saying everybody has to move out of the city environments ASAP, no Rocky, so we can break down all those buildings and rebuild them. However, there's so much opportunity for us to live sustainably with what we already have right now and create a thriving economy within that, so that the beginning of the reconnaissance that's needed for the buildings that are there can inevitably happen. Because it's not about waiting for the funds. It's genuinely about what each community within each district is willing to do on an individual basis, so that we can understand what's necessary to occur on a communal basis. And when I say what's necessary, is because it's something that is going to allow us to understand what's needed, but also understand where we're at. Because there's only so much each individual could do to give to the community at certain times within their journey and their path. And that's because of the limitations and restrictions that were set on each of us because of our environment. You know what I'm saying? We give grace all around. We shouldn't love in all of these little crevices here. And it's a feature. So I'm excited for the long haul of just the crafting of this beautiful film here. However, I wanted to allow myself to speak intuitively real quickly about the project, so that you guys can just get a taste, get a feel of another feel of what we're going for here with the film. And if you're interested in being a part of it to any capacity, whether that be someone that is interviewed, you've experienced NYCHA public housing specifically, or you are a community organizer yourself and you feel like you got some good stuff to say regarding the things that I touched on here. Community organizing is a really beautiful thing that we're looking again to bridge with sustainable housing, helping community members understand sustainable housing, and helping, sustainable housing developers understand, the community organizing aspect of it, so that we can bridge that together. And for us, Camp Infinite, we're looking to build an eco-village that has these beautiful earth ships, has a working literal village that we have our lines of water and electricity, sun panels and things of that nature that are allowing us to live sustainably on the acres that we have. And like I said, that's a template that is like the film is offering to people that are cool with moving out of the city environments. But we also want to touch on, things that are already happening within the community, like the gardens and XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. So if you're anybody within any of these places, we would love to speak to you. We would love to interview you, talk to you, have you fill out one of our surveys that we have. I think I have one right now. Read the liberation essay. That's also something. And also watch my proof of concept. Send it to anybody that we're definitely in the research and searching for funds aspect of development right now. So yeah, if there's any other production companies that want to tag along on this journey as well, that is also a really beautiful thing that we are open to. I just want to throw those out there. throw those out there for anybody that was looking. I'm also going to make a playlist specifically for the project and the journey of the project, because these might be things that I want to, like, you know, add into the documentary when we get to post, or just it's a part of the distribution plan as well, having this forum here where I'm yapping about the feature. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys hopefully, you know, somewhere in the midst of working on this film for the next few months. So yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy my evening. I wish that you enjoy your day. So peace. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to a new segment. Step 1. Shut the fuck up. I'm kidding. I love you. I'm not kidding, actually. Please be fucking quiet, okay? The only one that can talk is me right now. As some of you guys know, I took a good shift in my filmmaking career from on-set producing and ADing, and I shifted completely to what I see as my final form, if you will, that I will keep upgrading and getting stronger and stronger in, specifically being post-production, editing, you know, being a part of making it all come to life when it comes to this, you know, film aspect. Because if there's one thing that I have loved so much on my journey of just being a content creator in general, is literally being able to record, edit, post. I was the fucking GOAT at that shit. Like, literally, I'll be record, edit, post. And unfortunately, a lot of videos on my YouTube channel I've taken down for personal reasons. And my edits, you know, they show for themselves, and I love it. And now I'm editing on more expansive levels, and that's what this segment's gonna be about. It's just gonna be you guys in the editing room with me, and seeing what I got going on. Also get the word out there to you guys that you should give me money to edit your next movie, or just next whatever the fuck you got going on. I edit YouTube videos, reels. I prefer to edit, like, I love live videography, performances, especially shots of prison friends. But I also really love documentaries. I'm making a documentary right now. I'm in the development phase though, but I do plan on being one of the editors, not the only editor. But I'm also building a team editor, so that's also another thing. Not only can y'all pay me, but are you an editor and you looking for like a team? You should join the OPP roster, bro. Join the OPP roster, and, like, you know, just like, you know, come over here and chill with us. I got hubs, I got labs, specifically labs, because I'm looking to delegate some work that I got a lot of shit that I'm editing. There's a lot of different segments. It's actually my editing schedule right here that y'all probably can't really see. All right, today we are working on an in-house project, and I am labeling footage right now. So yeah, I'm in the business of labeling each and every what you call it, every take that they have here. So I'm not necessarily watching through every single take, but I am labeling all of the takes. And shout out to DIT / AD Flex a little bit, but really Script Soup, Tiffany, because she was able to, you know, get the slate going for every single take. You know, the penmanship is very clear. I don't know who wrote that on set, but shout out to you. I appreciate y'all. But you know, I'm getting through it pretty easily. I'm not gonna lie. It's not too difficult to label footage. It's just very tedious, and, you know, as you can see, my brain just be so, you know, take it on yapping. You know, I feel like it's very effective when it comes to just staying focused. When it comes to these ones specifically, I'll see how these other ones go when I actually start getting into the nitty-gritty of editing. I'll probably only record like 5 minutes, because, like, at that point I need myself to shut up. Like, literally, everybody stop moving. Like, literally stop breathing for 10 seconds. No, okay. God damn, I could get out of pocket. Okay, no, be serious right now, bro. Like, this is serious work that we're doing here, right? Okay. The fucking alphabet shit that we use, bro, You know the alphabet shit that we're using, bro? The F, take one, whatever the fuck. I don't remember them shits, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I hear the word, I find it so funny. I love the 80s that they shout out like whatever word is of that letter. Like it's not even the original alphabet at that point. I forgot who the fuck I was on set on. What set was this? I don't remember, but maybe it was me. Was it me? I don't remember, bro. Anyways, but like calling out random words for whatever, for fucking like scene 5 boulder, take one. It's like, oh shit, okay. I'm sure it's beta or some shit, right? Calling out the most obnoxious word that you could come up with in that very moment when you're on set. I just feel like it adds to the environment. You know what I'm saying? It makes me a happier filmmaker just being, you know, on set. You know what I mean? And I hope that all AVs moving forward take the time to be as whimsical as whoever the fuck did that for the first time, because that shit is fucking hilarious. Y'all gonna see me work on a couple of different things here. I'm not necessarily gonna show you guys. What do I gotta show you guys? I mean, I could give y'all like sneak peek, but then again, it's like no, I'm saying this. I don't get to see it. I mean, it's good as yes, only not today. I don't feel like it.